Chapter 25. Then the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish, and 5 were wise. For when the foolish ones took their lamps, they took no oil with them. But the wise ones took oil in jars along with their lamps. Now while the bridegroom was taking a long time, they all got drowsy and started falling asleep. But in the middle of the night there was a shout, "Look, the bridegroom! Come out to meet him!" Then all those virgins got up and trimmed their lamps. Now the foolish ones said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, since our lamps are going out." But the wise ones replied, "No, there won't be enough for us and for you. Instead, go to those who sell and buy some for yourselves." But while they were going off to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in with him to the wedding feast, and the door was shut. Now later the other virgins came, saying, "Sir, sir, open up for us." But he replied, "Amen, I tell you, I do not know you. Therefore stay alert, for you know neither the day nor the hour. For it is like a man about to go on a journey. He called his own servants and handed over his possessions to them. To one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, each according to his own ability. Then he went on his journey. Immediately the one who had received the 5 talents went and traded with them and gained 5 more. In the same way, the one with 2 gained 2 more. But the one who received 1 went off and dug a hole in the ground and hid his master's money. Now after a long time, the master of those servants came and settled accounts with them. The one who had received the 5 talents came up and brought another 5 talents, saying, "Master, you handed me 5 talents. Look, I've gained 5 more." His master said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful with a little, so I'll put you in charge of much. Enter into your master's joy." The one who had received the 2 talents also came up and said, "Master, you handed me 2 talents. Look, I've gained 2 more." His master said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You were faithful with a little, so I'll put you in charge of much. Enter into your master's joy." Then the one who had received the 1 talent also came up and said, "Master, I knew that you were a hard man, reaping where you didn't sow and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid, and I went off and hid your talent in the ground. See, you have what is yours." But his master responded, "You wicked, lazy servant! You knew that I reap where I didn't sow and gather where I scattered no seed. Then you should have brought my money to the brokers, and when I came, I would have received it back with interest. Therefore, take the talent away from him, and give it to the one who has the 10 talents. For to the one who has, more shall be given, and he shall have an abundance. But from the one who does not have, even what he does have shall be taken away. Throw the worthless servant out into the outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth." Now when the Son of Man comes in his glory, and all the angels with him, then he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them from one another, just as the shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. And he will put the sheep on his right, but the goats on his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you something to drink? And when did we see you a stranger and invite you in, or naked and clothe you? When did we see you sick or in prison and come to you? And answering, the king will say to them, Amen, I tell you, whatever you did to one of the least of these, my brethren, you did it to me. Then he will also say to those on the left, Go away from me, you cursed ones, into the everlasting fire, which has been prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, and you did not invite me in. Naked, and you did not clothe me. Sick and in prison, and you did not visit me. Then they too will answer, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not care for you? Then he will answer them, saying, Amen, I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me. These shall go off to everlasting punishment, but the righteous into everlasting life.